A single mistake that drastically altered my life's course is what I consider to be my greatest regret. It all started one tragic day when I woke up to discover divorce papers waiting for me. The fact that my husband was away struck me hard. After 14 years of marriage, he was no longer by my side, and I missed the familiar presence I had grown so accustomed to. How could one mistake on my part have such disastrous results? Allow me to tell you my story, so you can learn from my mistakes and not make the same ones. Please like and comment on this video as I value your opinions and encouragement. Then, as a subscriber, let's explore my tale together. My husband and I are both 36 years old. We were married for 14 years and have two beautiful daughters, ages 13 and 12. About 3 months ago, I made a grave mistake. I had a one-time affair with a coworker, a decision I deeply regret and still find difficult to understand. At first, I thought it was because work had taken up all my time and I felt ignored and neglected. But deep down, I know this justification doesn't excuse my actions. I'm still trying to piece together the factors that led to this decision. When we first met in college, we instantly forged an unbreakable bond. He wasn't just my closest confidant. He was my soulmate. Our shared experiences, dreams, and adventures filled our lives with boundless love and joy. The arrival of our daughters only deepened our bond. We always supported one another through life's challenges. However, as the demands of work and parenthood increased, our relationship started to show signs of strain. We had fewer lively discussions, and our intimate moments began to wane. When a coworker started showing interest in me, it felt like a fleeting reprieve from the loneliness I had been experiencing. Unfortunately, I gave in to that moment of weakness. The guilt consumed me the next day, and I knew I had made a terrible mistake. Overwhelmed by shame, I told my husband everything. He was shocked and hurt at first. His response was full of anger, and his words deeply hurt me. I thought I deserved the pain I was feeling. Even worse, I admitted that what had started as innocent flirting had resulted in a regrettable night together. I would have done anything to restore his trust. I severed all ties with my coworker and gave my husband my phone, telling him I was willing to do whatever it took to win his forgiveness. Knowing how severe my actions were, I even proposed divorce. My husband, who is not one to forgive easily, was originally leaning towards dissolving our marriage. However, the unexpected start of quarantine forced us to remain together for 2 months without making a decision. During the first month, he only talked to me about practical things. I gave him as much space as possible and slept on the couch. Despite the chilly atmosphere, I was determined to make amends and begged him to give us another chance. By the second month, however, things began to change. He started talking to me in passing every day, and we even watched films together as a family. Eventually, he invited me back into our shared bed, and I encouraged him to talk about his feelings. Over time, we grew closer. One night we laughed and teased each other as we unwound and talked in our bedroom, almost as if we were rediscovering what we had lost without realizing it. We shared a quick kiss and a brief moment of vulnerability, but it ended abruptly when he started crying and begged me to stop. The raw pain in his voice was a heartbreaking reminder of what I had done. We agreed on fair divorce terms, including shared custody of our daughters. As I assisted him in packing for a trip, we shared a tearful goodbye. He told me he couldn't continue and had decided to proceed with the divorce. 2 days later, the process began. Despite my intense desire to keep our relationship together, I knew I had to accept his decision. I miss his grin and his embrace. When he came back, our interactions were bittersweet, filled with the happiness of familiarity and the sadness of our separation. Today, I received the divorce papers, and the weight of my mistakes feels insurmountable. Even though I fear losing him forever, my heart still clings to the hope that one day he will realize how deeply I want to make things right. His laughter and the warmth of his presence weigh heavily on my heart. I wish I could go back in time and undo the pain I caused to the person I love the most. The